I can tell you we're staring very high on Devil's Peak, and if the camera can follow my finger to that section, that is where old Thomas Baines decided that's a bit steep, we'll make a new route which we're taking today. But imagine going over that in an ox wagon.
And these aren't any ox wagons.
No.
We've got under the hood, yeah.
We've got some powerful engines, 2.2s. I can't recall the Newton meters and the kilowatts, but there's enough horses here.
Bucket loads, that's how much.
Bucket loads. Or as they say in Rolls-Royce speak, sufficient power.
And in the V6 to come for severe petrol heads, there's something for everybody.
But as we've just proven, coming over Devil's Peak in 2x4, your dear camera holder just drove up this voortrekker path
no problem.
in 4x2. And he will do it.
Absolutely. And suspension's a big talking point here based on the Navara. How have you found the ride quality?
The first Navaras, the ride quality was superb as long as you didn't have anything like matchbox or other heavy items on the back, in which case it would sag like a little puppy about to make a puddle.
Jeez.
The new Navaras are as pliant, I would say, so again, no load ability, but suits in utes don't need that. This bucky is for suits in utes.
And this is the biggest growth area in motoring at the moment.
That's why Merc is right in here. It's where people want to buy double cabs and they want to buy soft riding double cabs.
Yeah.
So get your suit, this is your ute, but then try and farm in it. You're not going to load anything on the back.
Well, let's see if Peter Marisburg's favorite farmer can drive a truck. Look, here's the low bay Mercedes-Benz branding everywhere. Electric window here at the back. In terms of the interior, a lot of space here. Leather seats, this is the automatic. Beautiful instrumentation as you'd expect from Mercedes-Benz. Tires, highway tires. The first thing I do here is put some all-terrain tires on, but that's an easy fix. The front end is gorgeous. The bell of the bull, as they say in the classics. Well, not him, the front end of this car. And who's the target market on this?
I would say your city slicker. I would think that anybody who has a double cab at the moment, who is riding soft. Look, there are two kinds of bucky drivers in South Africa. Guys in a Hilux and the guys in other buckies. Now, increasingly the other bucky is a Ranger. And I would think Ranger guy would
price point on this about 700k, so it's they're not pricing themselves out the market.
Not at all. They're in the market, they're right up there against the Hiluxes and the Rangers. The guy who's not going to get...
I mean, is that going to be the main competition at the moment?
The guy who's buying an Amarok would look at this, but I think they should be looking at the Isuzu driver, who's the real bucky driver, who may want to do something totally different in his life. Can't get more different than a freestyle.
You can't really compare this to an Isuzu. Two
different people, but would your Isuzu driver not feel like retiring to some luxury?
Yeah, he's going to take this to church and take the Isuzu to the farm.
And you may ask me, why do I want to buy a Nissan?
Let's see what's under the hood. So we got the 2.2 turbo diesel. Enough space here for the V6?
Yes, we should have that V6 in here. Matched to the 7-speed Geartronic. This vehicle will enjoy itself on our long dirt roads in the Northern Cape.
For towing caravans, I mean the V6
will be beautiful. It's a soft ride, as we said now, coming up the spas, it's like sitting in any SUV. You've got a bit better road clearance, but it's a nice ride. It's a soft, pliant ride. Bucky is not priced out of its market range.
Not speed.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. Your old Isuzu driver, he can now start to get some quality of life from all that profit on the farm.
And you can't discount the Mercedes name. I mean, just on that value.
Look, I'm having now made the Navara jokes. The suspension is it's riding on wider suspension. The engine's been tuned to Merc spec. I haven't been in a new Navara. You may tell me different if you have been, but I think it's better.
I think we're going to have to get the Navara and the Merc and go head to head one of these days.
Yes, pulling something. For why you're buying a big bucket like this if you're not going to use it?
If you had to pull 3.5 tons, I mean, what would be your favorite thing to pull?
It's gonna be a truckload of weed.
In terms of the instrumentation, I like the air vents. It reminds me of the old 230E.
But notice the X for the X class.
Trail. Not extra, X class.
We have to apologize to our viewers for the dusty state, because we've been driving with everything under control.
Old man insisted on having all the windows open as usual.
Here you go.
Alright, so we're going to go 4x4 low, and we're going to activate DSR. That will give us a maximum speed of 5 kilometers an hour.
Do we know what DSR stands for?
Downhill speed regulation. So instead of hill descent control like various other people have used, they've got their own terminology. It's downhill speed regulation.
I'm with you.
Alright, so it will hold us at 5.
And so we go
There will
for
be
low.
some braking every now and then for the bigger rocks where we drop off. But
You can go for high, surely?
You probably could, yeah. It's
I know,
possible, but
no,
I'll
four
be in
low is
low
5,
just to
so
for
my
the,
speed
for
has
the
to be
range.
the
So you
same.
might as well
Be the
be
same,
in the same,
otherwise
yeah.
I'm going to be 8Ks, you're going to be 5Ks.
Correct.
And then we will meet.
And it is quite rocky for a section where it is big rocks where we bounce down and go over, and some gullies and holes and that. All right, enjoy the ride.
We'll be slow because, as you guys notice, we're quite high up here.
Okay, so yeah, we're getting into the difficult part, and
I switch on my hill descent control.
I thought this is cheating, dude. I came up in 4x2 and you coming down with all the bells and whistles on.
I just don't want to... See, the thing is, bad drivers brake and good drivers regulate. So if I don't have to touch my brakes, I don't want to. There we go. But now I'm down to... My low hasn't engaged yet.
You gotta go neutral first.
Okay, and then...
Quite an elaborate camera system here as well.
And now it is no hands driving now.
No hands. This car does life like a good food. It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen, coming down the devil's dance.
We demonstrated the new steering ability of the automotive, you know, that most
This is
of the cars
autonomous
steer
driving at its best.
themselves. No hands driving, down the pass.
Yeah. This thing,
It's 4x4ing is becoming so easy these
this
days.
thing's got features you didn't even know it had.
Yes, like autonomous driving.
The car doesn't even know it's got it. I must say, this guy in front of it is tiptoeing down here. Come on, son, get on with it.
Well, if his downhill speed regulation is on, he can't go any faster because the nanny says that is it.
Yeah, this is the nanny state. Let's see how that suspension is doing.
Picking all the wrong lines there, but
Looking
for
for
a space so I can see where I need to go.
Thomas Bain. I mean, do you think not enough has been made about the contribution he's made to South Africa?
Absolutely. One of the finest biographies I read was not about Thomas Baines, but one of the cooks who on Baines Pass,
Yeah.
she and her husband won the tender to cook for what was about 500 prisoners who built these passes.
Yeah.
So maybe not just Baines, but also his workforce
The prisoners.
of prisoners, bandita as they were called.
Can't we put our guys to work?
In that way, well, I think it will cost too much, because if you look at what this wonderful biography of the lady who cooked for all these bandita, they would slaughter 10 sheep, 2 cows,
Yeah.
and then there would be chickens as well. So this was like a 3 different types of meats meal every day, and they would have eggs.
But
in
you
the
didn't
morning.
have to pay them, which saved money.
No, you had to feed them, and
They say an army marches on a stomach.
and so does your road builders
And so do journalists.
Yeah. Although some journalists can. This is very serious. How did he manage to go over there?
Section. All the experience from Peter Marisburg's #1 motoring journalist.
We are really enjoying using gravity as our engine.
This is picking up here on Dable's Kloof.
There was just 1-2 meter section of a bit of narrowness on the side. We didn't want to scratch the door. But there was
You
also
must say there's a big bonnet on this thing. I mean, I got the camera high and the snars are still in the way.
yep.
That must mean they're making space for the V6. A little section here, the camera doesn't do the angle justice. Right behind it, a big tractor. OPC, other people's cars. And handling all this off-road with the plumb. Can't really, even with these highway tires,
Yeah, this is some.
it's the old cliche of.
Looks like the rocks are high, but we can go over them.
I think that I'll definitely take the rock sliders off.
Yeah.
I'd put bigger tires on.
But Mr. Isuzu man, if I can convince you to buy a Mercedes that looks a little bit like Nissan, then I can assure you that you won't shake your kidneys in this ride. It's a soft ride. It's a comfortable ride. This is like being in your mama's embrace, man. This is like feeling love. Feeling Mercedes love. That's deep.
Here's another little tricky section.
Not really.
As he says with the fucking exhaust pipe on the floor.
Was that what it was? See, my pipe drags so often that it's... you just get used to it.
Nice handles, yeah. You need it with this pass.
Especially when you turn the nanny, you'll descend control off.
Yeah, I would have come down here in 4x2, but not everybody's the original thriller. Ooh, this car's in my name. What everybody wants to know, and you're well qualified. Are you going to pick up chicks driving this car?
You're going to pick up not just chicks, you're going to pick up classy chicks.
Classy chick.
Classy chicks.
Classy poppies.
Nee, goedkoop goedjies, nee. You're going to pick up the kind of chick that you can introduce to your mother, rest her soul if she's still alive.
Everyone has caught up and stopped behind me. We can go back into high range.
Back into
High range.
high range. She's a bit of a goer too.
She's a bit of a go. Yeah, we got Grandad out the steering wheel now. We'll see if we can get this thing around the corner. The old in and out Swedish flick.
Oh,
And the power. Ooh. Almost pinned it. Almost pinned it, ladies and gentlemen.
but
Camera is on.
notice how we did it.
Yeah,
So we can try it again.
that's there's no substitute for experience. By the smoothness of this bucky, it's. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's the smoothest bucky I've been in to date. Would you agree with that?
I was fortunate to drive with the legendary Jan Hettema in the Navara Bucky, which I rated at that stage as the smoothest thing ever on a dirt road. But it's certainly been replaced by this Mercedes Bucky in my book now. It's a smooth road. We'll give the guys in the Cape the credit for making nice dirt roads.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's giving it the berries there. Just another day at the office.
Ironically, I am on record as saying that the Navara is the smoothest Bucky on dirt.
And this is based on the Navara, but with basically a cosmetic upgrade from Mercedes.
You have to chip in there and say, no, it's a bit better. The wheelbase is just a little bit longer. So we've got a wider stance. And
What
you
kind of
can
difference is that going to make? What?
imagine tacky on dirt or a snowshoe on dirt or snow. You want to spread your weight and you want to grab the dust and you want a bigger tire for that and you want your footprint as far apart as possible. We don't have bigger tires here, we can always add that later, but for now our footprint at least are 2.5 centimeters both sides wider than in the Navara. And there's some magic happening in the suspension.
2.5 centimeters. I mean, everybody would like an extra 2.5 centimeters.
And it adds up to 5, which is a good old-fashioned inch.
Jeez.
A little bit more than that.
Amen to the new X-Class. Okay, anyway, we're in the top of the range model, and you can see that the touches are quite classy. Old Wayne lets the back end do the talking. Oh, he's in it to win it back on tar. I never thought I'd be happy to see tar again, but
There you are.
there it is. And this cheeky chappy in front of us booked us, almost took us out. Now he's holding us up. Come on, Granddad, make a yard.
Maybe it was Granddad.
Of course you can. It's got a high revving diesel.
Yep.
Or is it just a high revving dude? All in all,
No, the
cock in a
dude-
block, a 0 out of 10, what's your number?
I'm giving this 9.5. It's certainly a Premier Bucky. I came here expected to be underwhelmed, and I must say I am impressed.
I'd go along with that. From the outset, you'd think, it's a bit underwhelming from the looks, but it grows on you. The front end is rather extravagant, so to speak.
There will always be somebody who wants the badge. Now
Whoa.
they can have it.
Left, left.
Bless big
Okay.
brakes.
Now you got him on accelerator. Oh, he's in it to win it. He's coming for you. A little slow for Mark there. You can see he makes his living writing and not driving. You've got the window open at the back, doesn't make too much noise and you get a bit of fresh air. Smokers will probably like it as well.
The Venturi effect will draw out all the bad nicotine smells, and instead of it clogging your air conditioner filter, it just goes out at the back and clog out the lungs of all the poor people behind you.
We're running out of puff in 6 gear and 130. That's one concern I had with this Bucky was the engine size. You know, like the V6, you're not going to be running out of puff in anything, my son.
So we are asking ourselves, when is the V6 coming?
That is the $1 million question. That's what everybody wants to know.
First quarter 2019
If
was
you-
the word last night.
Are you gonna? A lot of people going to be hanging back and waiting for that. You know, is it going to take a little while for sales to get going?
I would hang back and wait for that.
It's worth paying the extra 50 grand or 100 grand and getting that.
If you're going for the brand,
Just purely on brand, you can get. I like
go for the top. Why
Yeah.
buy the bottom of the brand range if you can get the entire Navara
housewife taking the
for
kids
less?
to school. You know, this is going to do the trick. It's more a guy really needs the extra power. I suppose girls taking road trips as well, and they want to overtake.
And girls are sensible. They're not going to go for the V6. They're going to go for the economical 2.0.
Exactly. So you got to have options. That's what it's all about. And that thing is going to be a beast. Put proper tires on there. And then we're going to get the Amarok in there if we're going head to head.
And the Navara. And the V6 Hilux. There's a proper race coming up, that's for sure.